How's it going, everyone? This is Giovanni, and welcome back to Ancient Blood and Light. If you're new here, please subscribe. Also, want to remind you guys to like the video, share it, please. And you can join the Ancient Bloodline of Light Facebook group and follow me on the Instagram page and the page on Facebook. So, I know it's been a while since I have published a video. It's kind of like back then when I first started doing videos and publishing them on YouTube. You'll hear from me like every other month or so. So it didn't really feel so long since the last time I had posted, but at the same time it feels like it was a lot longer. So it is Saturday, and I like to wear all black on Saturdays. Not always, but like lately I was kind of slacking on that. But like the reason why I started doing that is like after I had regular monsters. After I researched working with Saturn, you're working with that Saturn energy, obviously Saturday, and I enjoy doing planetary magic. There's other forms of magic that I practice. You look at my videos and you probably learn some things, but so I really enjoy wearing black. And not only if I work with Saturn energy, but I also work with Azazel energy. Now Azazel, he is not a goetic daemon, but he is well, I would consider a dark lord, a dark god, like a Leviathan or Beelzebub or like a Behemoth, and which I think Behemoth and Leviathan are brothers, I think, from what I read from the Joy of Satan website years ago, like 12 years ago, or 11 years ago, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was like 11 years ago. So, like if you look at the sigil for Saturn, it looks exactly like Azazel's sigil, and but it's like vertical instead of at a 90-degree angle, which is very unique. His sigil is very unique. And an ex of mine, she worked with Azazel religiously, like so Saturn resonates with Capricorn, so that's Capricorn's planet is Saturn, and she is a Capricorn, so she worked with Azazel a lot. She even has this sigil tattooed on her, and yeah, he's a very, very unique entity, and he helps, from my personal experience, because everybody says like different things, especially when it comes to goetic daemons. Like there's always different things. Like usually this certain daemon, a particular daemon will work with finances, but the next thing you know, you'll read that from someone else that he helps you with your relationships or your career, or you know, reconnecting with your children or stuff like that. And so everyone had their own experiences. I just heard that if a specific daemon or daemons are your patrons, they would do anything within the categories with you because of their connection with you. So yeah, so like I was saying, Azazel not only helps me with my business, also one of the 72 angels, Shankar's angels, Ananuel, also Archangel Ariel, King Belial, but yeah, also Azazel, and he also helps me with music. So he's not the only entity that I work with when it comes to music, like two Shempross angels, and like Lavelle and Liarva, and sometimes King Pyman, goetic daemon, and Amdusius, which I have merged his energy with me before, like 2 years ago I did that. And you can merge with entities that you have a strong connection to. There are some videos, guided meditations, where you merge with your higher self. I feel like we already are our higher selves, so it's like, why merge with what you already are But a lot of people forget who they truly are because, you know, we're so attached to the ego identities, the labels that we have for ourselves in society. So you forget who you truly are. You know, yes, my name is Giovanni, but who I truly am is my higher self and a vessel. So it's more like aligning with your higher self, your energy, aligning with yourself, and making it much more easier, more encapsulating for you to surrender the ego. And so, it's all pretty ironic, if you ask me. So, I had thought about what if I merged with Astaroth, because Astaroth is like, I'm very close to Astaroth besides King Belial. Now, spiritually, King Belial is my spiritual father. Like Yamea, the Orisha, is my spiritual mother, and Lilith, but I don't work with Lilith anymore. I don't bother. And the Egyptian god Ra, and spiritual father, Greek god Hades, spiritual father. So even though there's some light, but like primarily mostly spiritual parents are of dark energy. Dark does not necessarily mean evil. I know I mentioned that in a previous video somewhere. Dark is just that other spectrum that comes with the balance of what Yahweh is, masculine and feminine. So yeah. So you're working with these energies and you bring a balance. And if you want to balance your masculine and feminine energy, there's a specific mudra, the Lord Shiva mudra. And I know that he's a masculine energy, but his mudra helps you balance it both masculine and feminine. And you have to do this with an empty stomach. So you wake up in the morning, drink some water, before getting out of bed or start your day, whatnot. And you meditate and you use the mudra, the Lord Shiva mudra. And then, and then you do that for like 20 minutes, meditate for that, or 15 minutes, as long as you can, whatever works for you. And and you'll start to notice changes within yourself quickly. Like, it's not gonna take long. Like when you use mudras, from some people, the results, the benefits of them can work right away. And mudras, they're just basically you're connecting energy points with your hands and your fingers. Each finger resonates with each of the 5 elements. So like definitely look into that. It's very interesting. So if you're into like Qigong or Tai Chi, it's almost the same thing, but it's not. Like the more you understand it, you would drastically understand that there's a difference, but the way you practice them, they're kind of the same. So they correspond a lot. And if you practice massage therapy or Reiki like myself, then definitely look into energy points of the body. Even understand the physical body. Look into anatomy and the biology of, a person, how our body works. So not just energy points, but also the physical body. Because you're gonna be doing physical healing as well, and not just spiritual or mental or emotional, or working with past life energy and all this other stuff. So I'm not sure how far Usui Reiki practitioners go, but like quantum Reiki practitioners like myself, like we're working with the 5th dimensional energy. So like we're working with our higher selves, and we don't have that limitless mindset where, for example, we don't need to like create a symbol to do a distant healing. Like everything's all energy, so just do it. I'm not saying that we're better than Usui Reiki practitioners, but I'm just like explaining the difference. Anyways, one of my videos that I had uploaded of me playing guitar on my archangelroyalofficial Instagram page, I was invoking Azazel, because like out of nowhere, like I was just like playing because I was like I wanted to record and upload it, just keep up with the followers, like celebrities usually do. So and I don't know where Azazel is like just talking to me, wanted me to invoke him. So I was like, okay, because I had interacted with him before, I worked with him, so he's very supportive when it comes to the things that I want to do when it comes to my goals. So I felt a drastic change in my energy, and it felt amazing. And I recorded it, and it's like maybe a 50-second long video, or 30 seconds, because like back then, like, you couldn't really, there was no reels on Instagram yet, not even Facebook. And I think that was like literally last year or 2 years ago, probably 2 years ago, because that's what the reels like started merging. And you know, Facebook and, you know, I believe they own Instagram now, so obviously, but like for the past 3 years, I think, so things started to change. So that's what I did. So I invoked him, and let me tell you, like, there's a lot of people who channel what they want to channel when it comes to their creativity. You can channel angels, you can channel demons, you can channel different entities or deities or ancestors. Even people working corporations, working in businesses, CEOs, they channel something, you know, or you're gonna work with Yahweh, whatever. You know, I work with like a lot of things, like a lot of entities have this utmost respect with me in the spirit world, and there's people out here who may look like your average Joe in society, and then you never know that they have like a fucking higher rank in the spirit world, so you don't want to fuck with them. You may think that there's some weakling, but then when you fuck with them, shit start happening in your life. You know, you never know what kind of beings or ancestors these people have. So it's like, you know, keep respect. And so I just got permission to even talk about this, because before they're like, but now they're like, yeah, it's okay. So 2 years ago, I was initiated to a mafia, but not physically, spiritually. Dakafar, which we all know as Dark Elves. Yes, there's Dark Elf Mafia. So, it was a negotiation by King Belial. So, you know how you're in that state where you're about to fall asleep, that theta state. I was in that, just laying in bed, and all of a sudden I was like in some pain. In a dark room, there's a table, chairs on each side, like 2 chairs each side. So, I mean, 1 chair each side. Well, I'm sorry, 2 chairs, 1 side, 1 on the other. I was sitting on one side, King Belial was sitting next to me, and one of them was like sitting in a chair, and I thought he was the Godfather. It was like a don't judge a book by its cover kind of moment, because I thought it was clever too. It's a big guy. They were wearing, some wearing trench coats, some wearing suit jackets, you know, the usual shit. But it was like otherworldly type of fashion in a way. And he was like sitting there, and I started talking to him like, what's going on? Why am I here? He didn't say anything, just like stared at me. His eyes was all white. I will upload a thumbnail that comes close to what he looks like. Bye. This little girl saying hi. Kids are always drawn to me. And King Belial, he was just silent because he already knew. He already met the Godfather. So he got up, and then I got that feeling like, oh, I made a mistake. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens next. Whatever happens. And, you know, he's right here next to me, so we're gonna see what happens. Because it seems like a meeting that's very fucking important. So then they got up. I mean, he got up. The others were standing behind him. One of them, who was standing there, sat down. He was smaller, probably my height. And he looked like he wouldn't be physically as strong as the others, but yet he was a godfather. This is the thing. You can't judge a book by his cover because you never know who's fucking powerful. And this is the thing that people in society who think of themselves as alpha should understand, is that when they encounter people who look like they could be a weakling or a beta, but yet they could be the most dangerous motherfucker in the room, who could take you out and then make y'all shut your mouths because y'all so insecure, and you screaming top of your lungs, I'm alpha, I'm the shit. Yeah. But yet here's someone who everyone thought was a beta actually sat your ass down and shut you up. So he sat down and his energy was fucking strong. It was like just some Dragon Ball Z shit. It was like, I can't remember what character, but it's like this person seemed mundane. They wasn't picking up on anything. And then when he powered up, it was like fucking crazy. But like, maybe that happened when Vegeta and Nappa met Goku, because when Nappa was trying to read his energy, his power level, and it seemed average. They were like, he's a weakling, Vegeta. And then when he powered up, and all of a sudden their scouters just like broke, it exploded. And then they're like, it was over 9,000. Shit like that. So I was like, okay. And then King Belial started talking. Can't remember exactly everything they said, but it was a negotiation of them working with me, and they didn't want to. But the reason why they worked with me is because of him. And at first they were mad that I was working with dark elves. So it was kind of like, I can't say it was like a check-in situation, like check in with us before you do this and that. Like in our territory, that's kind of stuff. But dark elves wanted to work with me for a long time. I kept feeling their energy just like Jin's. So, now the dark elves that I had worked with, they never mentioned about these guys. They just want to work with me. They like blood. This is why I have a theory that dark elves is like the vampiric version within the Norse pagan lore. They're like the vampires of the Norse pagan lore. And other people was like, maybe. I mean, you have a point there, because they do like blood and they're also pale. They have long ears, pointy ears, and fangs. So maybe that's the case. But who knows? So, so he made it clear that the only reason why they would work with him, work with me, partner up, is because of negotiation with King Belial, because King Belial is one of the kings of hell. Now, hell is not what people think it is, like in biblical, because in the Bible it's not really specific, so you have to figure it out yourself when you spiritually awaken. So that's why the Bible is not specific and metaphoric, because they know that some people who are spiritually awakened will actually understand later on what they're saying in it. So hell is just, that connection to this three-dimensional world. So, but people create it to be a torment, so they start experiencing their ideology of hell. But others experience their pleasures for their ego and not deal with torment in their life, and still deal with happiness. So it's what you make it. So heaven and hell is the same, but it's all about the energy that you're on. I can say that again. Heaven and hell is the same, but it's all about the energy that you're on, that you're vibrating on. So yeah. And so here and there. So just like a lot of other entities, they have my back, and just like for everybody else who have certain entities that are assigned to them. Excuse me. So, but now things change. I started interacting with them again, and it's like, it doesn't matter. It was negotiated or not. they want to work with me and it's their pleasure to, even if King Belial is like, nah, fuck it, they still want to work with me regardless of it. So it's not like it was a deal or anything. It's just that since they've gotten to know me more and what I'm capable of, it's like, okay, you're officially one of us. We like you, type of thing. So now, the topic of this video was not really planned. I just wanted to record something because I didn't publish a video in a month. So I just wanted to keep talking, and so here we are. And for a while I was debating on being on that specific topic about Dark Elf Mafia. But hey, they gave me the green light to talk about it and King Belial, so here we are. So again, if you have not already, subscribe, like this video, share it, please. And I appreciate you guys. I'm grateful. Ancient Bloodline is growing. So I appreciate you guys who posted in the group as well. Thanks.